Hello, my name is Kate the Shark, and event is called Shark. In this video, I'm going to talk about wastewater treatment. As we know, water is a valuable resource for human needs in their daily life. Sadly, according to the USGS website, there are only 2.5% of fresh water on Earth, and more than 68% of them are locked up in the ice and glaciers. And the rest found as groundwater and surface water, which is the main freshwater source for human usage. However, humans are smart, treat and recycle their wastewater, and thus will save more new fresh water from being used excessively. In this video, we are going to focus on household wastewater treatment. Talking about wastewater, there are two types of wastewater, which is grey water and black water. There are also stormwater, and we are going to explain it all later on. So, what is grey water? What is black water? And what is stormwater? According to Wikipedia, grey water is water that comes from bathroom and sink, and they have a little amount of bacterial contamination and fairly easy to be treated, except for toilet and kitchen sink, because both of them are categorized as black water. Black water requires a more specialized treatment because of the fecal waste and lots of bacteria needed to be eliminated. However, most houses combine those two types of wastewater in the same drainage system to be treated together, such as this one. What about stormwater? According to Wikipedia, stormwater are water that comes from rain, and in human settlement area, most of them will flow as surface runoff or flows into the drainage system, only to be flown into the nearby river. So, basically, that is what grey water, black water, and stormwater are. Now, let's move ahead to the water treatment process that happened in the water treatment plant. First, the wastewater will arrive in the water treatment plant and go through a set of screens to block any visible physical waste. Then, it flows to the commuter. According to the Brad Gully from jciine.com website, stated that the function of the commuter are as a shredding device that break down wastewater solids to make it easier for the next treatment process. Then, it will flow to the grid chamber. What is a grid chamber? Well, according to the webpage of www.britannica.com, a grid chambers are a long narrow tanks that are designed to slow down the flow so that solid waste will settle out of the water and will sedimented at the bottom and will be collected out as a grid disposal. The next process will happen in the primary clarifier. The primary clarifier is where the micro and macro waste will be coagulated and flocculated by the chemical ionization reaction of aluminium-3 and iron-3 that will later form polymers through the attraction of positive and negatively charged between atoms that will eventually become slop. Those slop will then be sedimented and will be collected out as sludge. On to the next process. The product of the primary clarifier are called primary effluent and will flow into the aeration tank. According to the Optimum.com blog, aeration is needed in wastewater treatment because it provides oxygen for bacteria that will break down the organic matter containing carbon to form carbon dioxide and water. It also provides oxygen for bacteria that will consume the biochemical oxygen demand and thus will help in eliminating bad odor that comes from the water. The aeration process will also help in activating the sludge. For what purpose the sludge is activated? Because it will help in the next process which will happen in the secondary clarifier tank. secondary clarifier works the same way as primary clarifier. According to the aquatechmaxcon.com website, it says that the secondary clarifier will allow the activated sludge to be sedimented and further improve the quality of the water. The sludge plus water will either discarded or sent back into the aeration tank for further clarification. Now, the water are clarified and we are getting near for the final processes, and the water are already looking clean and colorless, except for the many kind of bacteria that still lingers in the water that are still needed to be treated and eliminated. The final process for the water treatment are disinfection process, where disinfectant will be added into the water to eliminate all of the microorganisms in the water. The water will either be used or sent for the next treatment process to further enhance the safety of the water for human consumption. That's all for the common household wastewater treatment that are treated in the wastewater treatment plant. I hope the knowledge that I gave just now will be beneficial for all of us. Especially, it teaches us to be more grateful of the water that we have. Now, let's discuss about a few things regarding the water treatment process. For each step, there are always pros and cons, and upgrades that can be made to improve the wastewater treatment process. For example, the usage of disinfectants such as chlorine will alter the smell and the taste of the water, and it requires a further step of water refining process to adjust the smell and taste. Chlorine also helps in maintaining the safety of the water for further human use. What about UV light? Better use UV light as the disinfectant, right? Because it does not alter the taste and smell of water. Yes, it's true, but the electricity cost must be considered too. And we also want the water to stay clean until it reaches consumers. And UV light as disinfectant method are not suitable as it seems compared to the chlorine. For the improvement of the system, a tank or filter is the best improvement that can be made, which will be located after the primary and secondary clarifier. The filter tank will make an extra filtration of any available filtrated waste from the water and will further improve the cleanliness of the water. The improvement can first be tested in a few wastewater treatment plants, and the result, especially in terms of turbidity, can be studied and compared with other water treatment plants. And theoretically, the result from the improved wastewater treatment plant will be better than those that don't have the improvement. Hope you can learn something from me today. Thank you for watching, guys. See you in another video. Bye bye.